All right, welcome. How are we doing today? Ready to have fun? Say woohoo! All right, I'm so glad you're here. For those of you I have not had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Dr. Joseph Arve. I've been in this office here since 1992. And I've seen a lot of different things happen, and today's a different workshop. You all walked in and said, this is different. Oh, I know it's different. I know it's different. If you've been a patient of mine for any length of time, you know that I spend forever with you during the adjustment process. Ha ha. But my point is that there are other things that you can be doing that sometimes I don't have. I have time for you, but I also want to. I feel like I always want to give more to help you. So today's seminar is to help you when life happens. Okay. And so I want to welcome all of our Facebook listeners and everybody saying hi, all 10 million viewers, okay, and growing. But we're going to have fun today. And the topic today is called the Joint Pain Seminar. How to make your pain go away for good. Okay, you're like, well, whatever, I've had this forever. I know, but now it's time to make it go away for good. My wife and I'll share about this in a minute. We both have had our struggles and our falls and our hits because things happen. So I want to walk you through the protocols of what you can do at home when you need to in crisis, but also to prevent things from happening. And it's exactly what we do in our home, all right? So that's me. Again, we've been here since 1992. Your happiness and your health and a better tomorrow is my mission. And if you've got a chronic elbow pain or carpal tunnel syndrome or plantar fasciitis or a bum knee or a janky hip, and sometimes they hit you all in one day, right? It's not fun. And I get it. Pain just sucks the life out of you. It's just, you don't even know how long. I mean, we're in a good streak right now, Mrs. Arve. We haven't had any injuries. We've actually healed ourselves. So what I'm going to show you is what we use to heal ourselves, but on top of everything else. And so I'm glad to be pain-free right now. When I work out, when I live, when I move, I'm stiff, but that's different, okay? That just means that we do a lot. So that's me, office cell phone, okay? And again, thank you, Mrs. Arve, for being here. Everybody give Mrs. Arve a hand, and Diana, and Grant, and Heather, and Jesse a hand. Jesse, give Jesse a hand. I corrected your name, right? Okay. All our helpers, Scott, and thank you for coming. And again, one of the causes of joint pain is toxicity. It's like, I'm doing everything right. I'm going to the gym, working out, but it's not going away. Well, you could have toxins in your body, and it could be in your shampoo, it could be in your skin products, it could be in your makeup. And so as a benefit to you and as a service to you, we want to make sure we get the toxins out of your life, get the toxins out of your body. And so Mrs. Arve here is with her non-toxic skin care, hair care, whatever care line. I mean, I use it, and I got a man bun, so at 54 and a half years old, it works, right? And according to my haircut lady, Tamara, there's not a whole lot of gray in here at all, so no gray. It's blonde. Other parts are blonde, but the rest is gray. So check her out. And then we're going to be talking about the healing benefits of is it an herb? What is this thing, Diana? I've tried to look it up. Is it an herb? Is it a tincture? It's an oil. Well, I know it's an oil, but what do they pick it from? Anyhow, it's an Indian herb from South America called copaiba. Okay, say that fast 3 times and try to learn how to spell it. I actually now know how to spell it now. The A becomes before the I, right? But when you Google this and compare it to like CBD rubs and things like that, this is what I like. This is what I use, okay? It's cheaper, it's more cost effective, and it works better, I believe, than a lot of CBD oils out there. So when you say, what can I put on my owie to get better, this is what we will have for you, okay? And you'll get to experience that in a minute. And again, social media-wise, all you got to do is Google SpineGeek. Instagram, SpineGeek. Facebook, SpineGeek. YouTube, SpineGeek. It's all there for you, okay? And we're videotaping now, so we'll have this to use down the road. And again, like I said, we've been here since 1992. Literally seeing miracles daily. And God still is in the healing business. And so that's what we want to help you tap into that today. And a lot of the stuff that I'm going to share with you, Mrs. Arve and I, we traveled around the world with these young athletes, and there was times I was it. We were chief cook and bottle washer. And so we had to come up with ways, because they can't take drugs, they can't do steroids, they have to keep themselves clean. So we have to have non-toxic, very effective ways to reduce pain, increase mobility, and regain strength so that they can go back on the mat and win gold medals, okay? Our one athlete, Kayla Harrison, she just won $1 million fighting MMA. If you ever follow Kayla Harrison, okay? And so everything that we're going to teach you, we've used for many years, even on an Olympic level, okay? So it's not just, and again, I'll just say this now, maybe say it again. If you Google knee pain, there's 400 different exercises, there's 500 different creams. I'm going to give you the basic, simple. Well, this is kind of simple, Dr. Joe. I know. Try this for 60 days. Try this. Well, just do what I tell you to do, and if it doesn't work, then we'll figure out more to add to the plate. But right now, I'm just going to give you the basic stuff that we use that's very effective if you do it and you apply it the way I teach you, okay? Because it's not just taking... I'm so excited, I don't want to get ahead of myself. There's a step, there's a process, there's a means to my madness. There's protocols to get in your body to work the way God designed it. And you've got to follow the rules or you won't get the results, okay? And here's rule number 1. Where's your battery at today? Are you running on empty, okay? Or are you running on full? You'll have a lot more joint pain, or whatever's hurting you and nagging you will have a harder time going away if you're running on empty. No matter what you take, no matter what you put on, no matter what you do, if your battery's on empty, then you're not going to heal. The pain will not go away forever. And so the first thing you have to do if you want to get rid of your joint pain and make it go away forever is you've got to charge your battery and you've got to get it back up to here. First and foremost, okay? Healing is electric, not chemical. I'm not here yet. I will talk about nutrition. I will talk about the essential oil. I'll talk about all of that exercise. But if you're exercising a dead battery, good luck. It's not going to work. If your cell phone goes dead, how well do the apps work? Not at all, right? Well, I'm too busy to charge my cell phone. Well, guess what? Then you're not going to be busy at all using it because it's dead. And in our bodies, where's your battery? It's right here, your nerve system. It's your nerve system. So this is the battery. And so if you ignore your teeth, what happened to your teeth? They get rotten stinky. But if you ignore your spine, then your joints are going to ache, they're going to hurt, and they're never going to get better. The pain's not going to go away. You can try medications, you can try cortisone shots, you can try surgery all you want. It's not going to get better. And some of you I've talked to after your knee surgery, and you're worse. I go, oh, that wasn't in the brochure, was it? I go, no, that wasn't in the brochure, all these things, right? I mean, my wife had a surgery. Can I share your surgery? My wife, she had 4 big babies, and her female organs moved to a wrong zip code. So we had surgery to put things back towards green grass. That surgery was a step towards the full battery. So you may need a rotator cuff surgery. You may need, I hope not, but if you tweak or something or break something or tear something, it may need to be repaired. This is not necessarily to replace that, but here's the thing. If you're on an empty battery, then it doesn't matter what you do out there, it's not going to go away for good. That's the key. I mean, yeah, you can have knee pain and go get a cortisone shot in it. Oh, it feels great. No, you have no symptoms. They did not fix it. It's still broken. You just can't feel it anymore. Okay? And every time you step and jump on it, boy, when that stuff wears out, oh, now it's going to come back with a vengeance, right? It's not going to go away for good. So all joint pain healing, no matter where it's at, starts here. Starts in the brain. Why? What does the brain control? Everything. And if you're not consciously aware of your spine on a daily basis and doing something to make it happy and strong, then your joints are not going to be happy and strong, and the pain's not going to go away for good. Okay? So when you say you have whatever going on, I say get adjusted. It's not because I'm a chiropractor. It's because I follow the laws of health and healing to get you well. And that's your battery right there. It runs everything. Your nerve system runs everything. I mean, think about this. If I cut the nerve to your right arm, what happens to your right arm? It goes dead, right? If I cut the nerve to your left leg, it goes dead. So you need that battery to be charged if you want that knee pain or foot pain or hip pain to get better, okay? Now, I'm going to show you all kinds of different guns, right? And the author stem there that I use, I hear some of you, no one in this room, oh, can I buy one of those? First of all, they're $2,500. Second of all, it's not the gun. It's the Indian who knows where to put it. Not the Indian, not the idiot, I said. It's the Indian that knows where to shoot the arrow, to get the battery to charge up. That's me. This fires at 12 to 14 beats per second. That means this speaks nerve, not muscle. So you don't want or you don't need one of these. You'll be disappointed. Okay? And you might make yourself sick if you put it on the wrong area. Right? We see lots of chiropractic students. Oh, this doesn't work. Click, 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 click. Next thing they're cold. They have a flu for 2 weeks because they wiped out their immune system. So this is a nerve gun. This speaks nerve, brain. This is for recharging your battery. This is doctor stuff, okay? Now, I will show you all kinds of different options. I mean, you can make your own massage gun if you want. 150 bucks, right? Don't get your finger caught in there. That's all I'm saying. And some of you old school patients, remember, we used to have these, right? We'd go up and down and da-da-da-da. Don't need that anymore. But so I have all kinds of goodies for you. Where my remote? Oh, here it is. But again, what I'm going to show you is going to be more for the muscle once the battery's been recharged. Once the nerve supply has been turned back on and supplied to that area, okay? And then your home rehab. If you're skipping that, then your joints are going to hurt, and it's not going to go away forever because you come in and get adjusted, I turn the power on. Then you go home and do your home exercises, and that keeps the power on. So the wobbling you do, the tractioning, the head weights, laying on the rolls, those are all to charge you up and keep you charged on an electrical healing basis. Does that make sense? So if you're skipping your adjustments and you're skipping your home care, that's going to cause joint pain. And it's not going to go away for good. You've got to turn the electricity on first. Does that make sense? If you get nothing else. That right there may fix your joint pain, make it go away forever. Get your nerve system fully charged, full battery, and then keep it that way, and everything else heals. Because some of you know that. I've adjusted, all of a sudden, man, my wrist doesn't hurt anymore. I didn't even tell them about it. Yeah, but your brain knew about it. Okay? Now, here's the other thing. Ignore your battery, don't do your home care, and just pop Advil all day. That is not a safe way to try to fix joint pain and make it go away forever. Medication is chemical, not electrical. And if your battery's dead, I don't care how much Tylenol you take, healing's not chemical. It's not medication, it's not shots, it's not surgery, it's electrical. And we have plenty of medication out there today, but how are we doing this when it comes to joint pain, health, and healing? No good, right? And then if you're eating crap, that's toxic to your body. When you eat that, it's not food. Whenever you eat something that's not food or drink something that's not food, your body has an inflammatory response. Everybody say inflammation. And that's just a fancy word for pain. Inflammation causes diabetes. Inflammation causes Alzheimer's. Inflammation causes heart disease. Inflammation leads to cancer in a long period of time. So you have a low battery. You've got lots of medication you're taking. You've got crappy food you're eating. Your body inflames, and that's why your joints hurt. Okay? That's why your joints hurt. And the last thing is we drink crap. Okay? It has a toxic effect on your body, and that causes inflammation. So before we even pick up a band or put a gun on your arm, listen, get adjusted, do your home exercises, clean up your diet, detox your body, start drinking more water, and you might just watch your joint pain go away for good. Thank you. See what I'm saying? There's a hierarchy to this. And whether you're an athlete or whoever you are, this is the process I take you through, okay? Okay, so now, and that's the lifestyle, right? If you have joint pain, are you stressed out? What are you worried about? Can that cause pain in your joints? Yeah. So let's fix that. Are you exercising like you should? Or is your joint pain hurting because it's weak and it's just not fit? You don't have any fitness in your body. So it hurts to walk. Well, yeah, because you're not exercising. You spend 20 hours a day on a computer, okay? That pain is a warning sign to get up and move. You know, are you eating clean or not? Are you detoxing? Are you taking the right nutrition, the right vitamins to make up for deficiencies, right? Are you on too much medication? All those can cause joint pain that won't go away, okay? And then your brain, spine, and nerve system, that's where we start to recharge your battery, okay? So now, ouch, life happens. My wife left me for the weekend. I was by myself. And I did a CrossFit competition. And the CrossFit competition is you just simply run. You run down the one end of the gym, you stop and you turn back the other part of the gym. What's so hard about that? How can anybody get hurt running, right? The problem is I didn't know that this was at the your hockey center, Scott. I didn't know this is the gym floor that right there on that edge dropped this far off. So it's the last one. I'm going to give it all for the go. You know, go Rocky, I'm going for it. And I go to stop and I slip and my foot rolls and I just hear this pop. And then so then I sit down and that's me. You ever see somebody pray? That's me praying with holy fire right there. Holy Jesus, please help me. What did I just do? Can I work tomorrow? Can I even get up and walk? Let me tell you, this may be a rude statement. You think heroin is a hard drug? Adrenaline is the greatest drug in the world. Adrenaline. Whoo! I wish I could sell that here. I don't know. But I sat there and I said, okay. Because I had to get up and go to the next event. Because it's a CrossFit competition. I had to get up and go get on a bike. And I had a minute rest. And my friend there, he's coaching me. He's like, can you get up? I said, I don't know. I don't know if I get up, this thing's going to flop. So I get up. I'm like, okay, I can walk. So I walked over to the bike. I finished the rest of the day of the competition. And it was funny. When the event was over with, I'm like, I couldn't walk on it. And that was like at 10 o'clock. I went and got it taped. I got it wrapped. I did my stuff. I did a lot of what I tell you here. And then the 3 o'clock was my next event. And I had to lift stuff. And it was amazing. I learned a lot. I was praying. I was speaking tongues over this. I mean, I was doing everything. And as the time came for the event, all of a sudden I'm like, this is weird. I can walk now. So I did the workout. And the minute the workout was done, it's like my brain knew. It was the craziest thing in the world. So she's not there to help me. I get home, and now this is my ankle. This is the good one. That's the bad one. And I get out of bed, because I had to go back the next day and finish the competition. And I get out of bed, and I'm like, I'm done. Toast, tap out. So that's Sunday morning. And I'm like, I have to work tomorrow. What am I going to do? So I called a buddy of mine. He said, okay, start doing this. Get the voodoo wrap going, blah, 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 blah. And I'll tell you why we call it voodoo wrap in a minute. So I started doing what I'm going to teach you right now. And the next day, I walked in and I worked. It wasn't pretty, but I was able to work. I don't know what this looked like. I x-rayed it. It could have been broken. I don't know. I don't look. If I don't look, then it's not broken, right? But I could stand on the, and that's my Vibe platform. I have one at home. I was on the Vibe platform, and I'm like, okay. So Jesus was healing me, but then I did my part. And so what I want to teach is that life happens. A month ago, before we go to New York City, my wife and I, she's walking down the stairs. All of a sudden I hear, Joe, come help me. We have these dogs. They have these dog bones, right? These big honking dog bones. Don't kick them with your toe because they really hurt. She stepped on the stair, and she popped the other foot. So I'm like, she's down, I'm like, where's my bride? So we get her to the chair, and we immediately start doing what I'm telling you there. And within 3-4 weeks, she was walking around New York City. So yeah, the next week, okay, sorry. So the next week, within 24 hours, she was walking around New York City. She was doing jumping jacks, she was doing all kinds of stuff. So what I'm saying is that pain can go away forever, but you gotta know what to do. Besides that, I had a chronic knee issue that was slowing me down. That's gone now too. So life happens, right? So we're going to talk about tools that I want you to have at home. I want you to have an ice bucket or a frozen bag. This is where I start getting moving. Okay? Or a frozen bag peas of corn, right? You choose. I think, I eat peas, but you have a frozen bag of peas of corn. Make sure you write on the bag, not food. Okay? And this is your ice pack. So depending on what you hurt, slap it on there for 5 or 10 minutes, right? Okay? Or you have your ice bucket. We'll get to that in a minute. You have your floss wrap. In the bag is floss wrap. I'll show you what that is in a minute and what that's all about. You have your Young Living Copaiba essential oil. You have a lacrosse ball and your foam roller. You have your power band and PVC stick. And then to get fancy, you can have a G3 Pro, G3, or your live, and I'll call up what all that is. That's what we have in our house. So when stuff happens, we go to work on ourselves, right? But we also get adjusted and do our battery first. Then we have that, okay? This is all after, not first. So when do you use ice or heat? Ice can be used within the first 48 to 72 hours, okay? Depending on what it is. You have an ice bucket to use that, or you can have the bag of ice, okay? But the goal is to reduce pain, increase movement, and regain strength. To feel better, to move it better, and be able to now go do more with it, okay? So that's what ice or heat does. If it's a shoulder or something like that, and it's over 72 hours, then a warm shower loosens things up, and that has the same effects of reducing pain, increasing movement, and regaining strength. Then you have your voodoo, we call it voodoo band, because Jesse knows this. You have an injury, you wrap it on there, you do what I tell you to do, you take it off, and it feels 80% better. You go, oh, that's like voodoo, man, that's crazy, that's healing. Well, it flosses you and it gets rid of all the swelling and the fluid, and now the joint can move better. And you're all gonna do this in about 3-4 minutes, so get ready, okay? So you have floss wrap. You have your Copaiba, which is also good for inflammation, chiropractic adjustments, sciatica, skin firming, scars, stretch marks. You're like, give me a bucket of that, right? Mole removal, respiratory issues, psoriasis. Again, it's just good. It does good with your body. Then you have your power bands. All of you have a yellow one right now. Some of you have a red one. When you're rehabbing your joint, if you have pain-free range of motion, then you can begin to exercise it. If you don't have pain-free range of motion, it's not time to strengthen it. You got to get movement first. Then use the band to strengthen or to stretch. Does that make sense? Okay. Feel, move, and do. Then you have the foam, the lacrosse ball. It's your little friend, okay? They're vicious, they're evil, and they're violent if you're not careful, especially in where you stick it and where you lay on it and how you use it. But I'm going to show you how to put it on your back. You can do it laying down. You can do it standing. Okay, you can sit on it. You can put it on your foot for plantar fasciitis. Get creative. Google, Pinterest, thousands of ways to use a lacrosse ball or tennis ball. I do not recommend a baseball or a softball. Those are really hard, but the lacrosse ball is lovely enough, okay? Then you have the foam roller, okay? I like ours because it has knobbies on it, the way it's contoured, and I'm going to show you how to use it, whether it's your hip, whether it's your calf or knee for plantar fasciitis, or whatever it is. Now, here's the thing. Some of us don't have really strong wrists and arms, so you're not going to be able to do what she's doing. So therefore, you use a lacrosse ball instead, okay? Again, you're not going to escape the pleasure of having that sensation that I'm going to show you in a minute. Sometimes it looks like this. So this is me trying to use my foam roller, but if you have Bernice Mountain Dog, she thinks it's the time she needs to sit on Dad at 100 pounds. So she helps me, right? Okay. And then a PVC stick. So for those of you, we'll get to that in a minute, but these, I love these. I love these. And when we talk about healing, I want you to work the painful side and the good side. So you're going to work both sides because you get a neurological crossover effect, okay? So we'll show you how to do that. These are workouts in themselves, guys, and we're going to use these in the workouts on. You missed a good workout today. Who usually comes on Saturdays? It was good. It was different, but we're going to use that to stretch out and to warm up, literally in a few minutes, okay? And then you have the Theragun. I've researched a lot. I even made my own, as you saw there. I like Theragun. We have what should I say? We have I work for them. We work together now. We had an affiliate. So at the end, if you decide you want to get one of these, you get a 10% discount. But that's not but you may not even want that or need that, okay? So here are the rules. Again, brain on. Everybody say brain on. Brain on. You got to have your brain on if you want to heal. And if you want to heal, you have this system called the parasympathetic nerve system. Those are the nerves that are in charge of healing you. No pain, no gain is not the rule here. If anything you do hurts so much that you can't keep breathing, now, I mean, not like childbirth, right? But just keep breathing. The minute you go, and I'm going to show you on Heather, or Mrs. Arve too. The minute you go, ow, your brain's like, too much. It goes into survival and it shuts off any healing. So you got to be able to breathe while you're giving therapy to yourself, okay? Then do both sides. Work both sides, the good side and the bad side, so you get a neurological crossover effect. You keep your brain on healing you. Again, your brain is the healer, okay? And then you're going to hear me say pin and move. Well, my hip doesn't hurt. It's kind of like right here. Fine. Find the pain. We're going to pin it down, and I'm going to show you how to wiggle and move it. And you're going to go like, oh, that's amazing. Some of you are going to have miracle breakthroughs today. And then we'll have testimonies to tell Scott afterwards, right? And then you always want to work above and below the painful area. Okay? So if my knee hurts, I'm going to give you stuff to work below it, work above it, and work on it. And work the front, work the back, work the side. Front, back, and then rotate it. Get creative, okay? So those are the rules. Healing's electric, not chemical. So again, let's start with the foot and ankle, okay? So, as you know, I have twisted my ankle. So, the first thing I'm going to use, I'll have 1 to 3 minutes of ice bath and alphabet. I'll tell you that in a minute. Floss wrap, 1 to 2 minutes. Apply 2 to 3 drops of Copaiba, lacrosse ball, foam roller, power band, and then G3 Pro. Okay, so here's what it looks like. So now we're going to go into body parts, okay? But I want to set up why we do what we do first, right? So let me get myself set up here for my station for my foot and ankle. Okay, very good. All righty. Okay. Any questions so far? This is a lot of hands-on, a lot of question asking, okay? Okay, let me see what I got. So ice. So let's say I twist my foot. I have plantar fasciitis, and I've got issues with that, okay? First of all, you need to take your shoes and socks off, okay? Because it's hard. It's hard to do this through clothing, but we'll figure it out, okay? Mrs. Arvey talked about what I should wear today for the seminar. We decided on this. Okay, so, and I'm going to get this here. Okay. Now, oh, here it is. Okay. So, I've tweaked my ankle. I'm now on the couch. What do I do? Okay. First thing is you're going to get a bucket. Lowe's has good buckets. I like their buckets because they're big. Okay. And my foot fits in it. I love you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hurt foot and I'm going to stick it in the ice bucket. Now, you have to be able to breathe. If you're like, woo, then stop, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is my foot, now it's in ice. It's reducing inflammation and pain. Some neurologists will tell you the only thing ice is good for is Coca-Cola, is a drink. And I agree to a certain point, because right now, whatever's going on in my foot, the brain is stopping. The ice is slowing down the frequency of healing. That's okay for the first 24 to 48 hours. And what I will do while my foot's in the bucket is I will do the alphabet with my foot. Capital letters, so A, B, because I want to move it, C, D, all the way up, okay? After approximately 2 or 3 minutes, or it starts to burn, we're not here to make your leg go numb. We just want to stop it, okay? Then we'll pull it out of the bucket, and if you're a good husband and your wife hurts her, then you're all over that, right? I was all over it. I had fun taking care of her. Then we put the towel down, okay? Now that we've iced it, so we put we're working on inflammation, we're done with that. Now we're going to take out the floss wrap. Because we have inflammation, we have swelling, you've got different types of thickness, okay? This is a rubber band, right? And we keep it like this. Okay, it's stretchy. So the way you do this is you unroll it like this. So let's say it's my ankle or my foot. You go beneath it, right? Mrs. Arvey hurt this part of her foot. I hurt my ankle. So you take it and you go around once. Okay? When you go to, can you all see this okay? This is like, so now when I go around again, I'm going to give it a pull because you want it tight. And you simply just half it all the way up. Pull. And again, there's times I couldn't go too tight and she couldn't breathe and it hurt. So I only could go as tight as she could breathe. Does that make sense? Because it was hurting and this hurts, right? So you go as tight as you can. Right? You just wrap it. You ain't got to be fancy. Just wrap it, okay? I'm going around. Now, if it was just my foot, then I could do that. I'm gonna pretend we have a foot and ankle, compound injury, okay? So I'm gonna wrap the whole thing up, and because she was out of the house when I hurt myself, not there to help me at all, like I was there to help her, this is what I did. I'm not bitter at all, I know. Okay, so now, this is tight, okay? So now what I will do for the next 2 or 3 minutes, or as long as I can take it, if I can step on it, I'll step. What you want to do is motion, okay? If you have a vibe platform at home like I do, you get on it and vibe it, and just do this, okay? But you can do this. I get, oh, he's hurt. Okay, sorry, I forgot. But sometimes you can walk on it or just stand on it and just get little motion. See what you can do. Test it out, okay? When you do this, you're what's called flossing. You can go back and forth. You can make circles, okay? Flossing for as much, no more than 2 or 3 minutes though, okay? It's not fair because this doesn't hurt. When it hurts, you're like, ah, okay? So you're flossing, which means it's pushing the fluid and the yucky stuff out, okay? You always want to wrap from the below the injured area up towards the heart. You want to wrap up, okay? And if your ankle gets all nasty and purpley, it's not because it's bruised, it's because the blood will pool down with gravity. So after 2 or 3 minutes, you take the voodoo wrap off, or you take the floss off. Okay, sorry Christians, we can't call it voodoo. Okay. You take it off, right? And voila. See how my toes were pink and now it's not? Can you see that? So look at my toes. It doesn't matter. But you can see how it literally pushed the junk out, okay? And you're like, oh, that was amazing. That feels great. That stuff's like voodoo. No, I'm kidding. Okay. And then you're going to use it again that day. Now, in extreme cases, we were doing it 5 times a day, every hour. Every hour on the hour, we do it 5 times a day. It was Sunday. What else were we going to do, right? There's nothing else to do. And then she would do it, okay? So in extreme cases like that, 5 times a day, every hour, you simply just ice it for a few minutes, voodoo wrap it for a few minutes, and then you take your copaiba. So, Jesse, can you roll this up for me, please? Thank you. Then you take your copaiba. Hold your hand out. Hold your hand out. I'm sorry. Okay, everybody hold their hand out. We're going to get this going. Good. Just rub it on your hands and smell it. Good. Good. We got to get faster drops here, Diana. All right. Okay. Amen. Okay, good. I'm on anticipation. Remember that commercial? All right. I just want you to smell it. We're not going to put it on every body part. If you got a part that hurts, though, put it on there. Okay? You good? Okay.
Probably allergic.
Oh, you know, probably not, but that's okay.
Yeah.
What you need? Okay, hang on a second. You got them? Okay, did you get some?
Not yet.
Rub that on your back. Okay. Just rub it so you can see how it smells. Okay. Good. So, yeah, you can wear it for cologne if you want to. Are we good? Okay. Get those back there, please. Okay. There you go. So, now, once you put the copaiba on it afterwards, okay, now, if you feel like it, you can use lacrosse ball, foam roller, sit or stand, work above and below the pain, find the spot, and get after it. So what that means is that if I have plantar fasciitis and I can stand, then I'm going to stand. I'm going to roll out where the pain is. Only to where, it smells really good in here now. So, and again, you don't want to mash it because I can't breathe. Breathe, relax, and roll. Above and below. Round. Okay, so you want to go back and forth. You want to go side to side. Circle, circle. Any different motions you can think of. You want to work this thing in a 3-dimensional area, okay? With the foam roller, you can do the same thing. Just roll it with your foot, okay? And if you're not ready to stand on it yet, then you can sit, right? Maybe at your desk, and you can just roll it out, right? Now that's not a whole lot of pressure, but if it's angry, that might be enough. Or you take the lacrosse ball and you put it on there, and just pin it, find the spot, and go, oh, there it is. And then when you're doing that, the brain's like, oh, you want me to fix that? Okay, fine, I got it. As long as you're breathing. So you do both, and do both sides. Okay? All right. And again, then now, the exercise that I want you to do, when you exercise it, okay? Everybody start kicking their socks and shoes off because we're going to do this in a minute. All right. So here's the exercise, okay? So if you want to start rehabbing this, because some of you want to know the stretch and the exercise for your foot and for your ankle, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to put your foot in here like this, and you're just going to flex. You're going to flex it like this. So everybody do this with the shoes on or shoes off or with your feet, okay? Hopefully everybody showered. It's okay. So you're just going to do this, right? You're flexing your foot. Do 10 times each, right? And then you're going to do what's called pronate, where you basically pull the foot in like this, and you're going to move it out. 10 times. Good. Are you getting pictures, Eileen? Are you getting pictures? Okay, good. And then we're going to 10 times, and then we're going to go the other way, where you're going to bring it in. So you got this motion, you got this motion, and you got that motion, okay? And that's the exercise. And you got to be specific. It may be easier with a shoe on if you can get a shoe on. If not, then. But this is once it starts to get strengthened. Some of you, all you may be able to do is to ice it, put the voodoo wrap it, put the oil on it, and get a lacrosse ball on there. That may be all you can take if it hurts right away. But what do you do when it becomes time to make it strong again is you do this way, okay? Again, it is a little easier with a shoe on. But this way, 10 times. Then you want to bring it out, so you bring it out 10 times. Then you want to work the in 10 times, especially if you're prone to rolling your ankle. Okay? Good. Then you're ready to have some more fun, especially with plantar fasciitis. Okay? You take your gun, okay? And you're going to put it on the area. Now, what you're going to do first is you're going to contract your foot. When you make a muscle with your foot, it turns the brain on. Then you're going to turn this on, and you're going to float it. Everybody say float. You don't jam it. You want to float. Float it over the pain, above and below it, back and forth, on the heel, right? Work inside the calf, right? Take it here on the back of the calf. What I like about this particular product is that you can hit this button and it opens up like this. So you don't have to reach as far. So you can work above the foot. You can work above the ankle. Okay? And if you do this every day and get adjusted, you're going to see healing. And do both sides. Okay, even the good one. All right. Any questions with that? Okay, so. Yes?
What's the point of doing the good side?
Because sometimes, good question. What do you do if you break your right arm? How do you get it better faster? You work your left arm. As you strengthen your left arm, it has a crossover effect onto the injured area. So they found with stroke victims and people who lose their right side to paralysis, if they work the left side, they see that there's a crossover effect to help them get life back in this area. Again, because your brain runs everything. So when you overload the good side, it has a spillover effect onto the bad side. And that's why you do both sides. Okay? All right. So again, remember, breathe, both, pin, and move. So okay, so now we're going to take 5 minutes, and you're going to go through all of that yourself. So I have, if you want to put you don't have to, but if you want to experience an ice bucket, go right ahead. I got 2 of them here. This is your turn to use this. So does anybody here have a bad foot or ankle that they need to fix? Okay, but try the voodoo wrap, open that up. Okay, try an ice bucket if you want. Try an ice pack if you want. Again, and I'm sorry, who wants the ice back? Oh.
No, I wonder, is the voodoo wrap, is that
No, this is rubber. There's a bag in front of you. You guys share it. Share it and try it out and check it out. So this is different. So take these out. Open all this stuff up. Use it all, okay? So it's rubber, yeah. And you can wrap it over your socks and feet if you want to. That's okay. All right. So if you're like, well, I'm really not into feet, we're going to do the knee in a minute. Then the hip, then the shoulder, then the elbow, then the wrist and hand. So don't worry. If you came here, so I'm here for my shoulder. We'll get there too. Yes.
Where do you buy the lacrosse balls?
Me. I have them right here for you. Yeah. Oh, trust me. Hang in there. I got you covered. You can get them anywhere, but yeah. Anybody want to try a Theragun on their foot? Okay. Just pass it around. Be easy with you. Heather will help you.
Because see, my whole side is numb.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Just get it. Okay. Very good. Very good. Too tight? All right.
Okay.
You want to keep it. You don't want to see any skin if you can help it.
Okay.
Because what's going to happen is that the fluid will puff out. Now that's kind of okay.
It'll get in between.
It'll get in between there, and it can bruise that area too. So yeah, this will flush the swelling out, especially if you want to go towards the heart. You guys are good on the foot? You guys are good on the foot? We're good on the foot? The black's shorter, so I'd use that on a smaller body part. I'd use the red on a larger body part.
She said Jesus wrap.
Jesus wrap, okay. Jesus wrap, okay. So what I just did, now we're going to go to the knee and do the same thing, so that when you leave here, you'll have the protocol, and whatever joint hurts, you'll know what to do. Make sense? Okay, so you're all going to get a chance to try everything multiple times, okay? So, a couple things I wanted to share with you that again, because there's a lot of stuff here. When you do the wrap, the Jesus wrap, we're going to call it, you want to make sure you cover all the skin. If it's really puffy and swollen and you underlap or you miss a spot, all the fluid's going to out that way. So they say cover it half. You know what I'm saying? You've all wrapped something, haven't you? So you want to do half the width to get it going, right? You don't want to leave it open. And I'll show that in a minute. So that's your foot and ankle, okay? Now, let's shift gears to your knee. With your knee, okay, good luck trying, unless, all these people who love ice baths, there's something wrong with them. And if they're on the East Coast where there's humidity, that's why they can do it, okay? So ice bath. So I don't do ice baths for my knees, but you can put an ice pack on. I don't use ice a lot, okay? But if you injure yourself in the beginning, put an ice pack on if you want to. Bag of frozen peas or corn, okay? These are $2.50 a bag. The price is gone. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I was gonna buy one for everybody. I'm like, no, they're $2.50 a piece. I ain't buying that. So you're gonna floss wrap for 1 to 2 minutes, apply your Copaiba, foam roller, power band, and then gun it. So for knees, ice will reduce inflammation and pain, okay? Now, floss. Jesse, where's the floss at? Okay, I got my floss right here. So floss, let's say it's a bad knee. Let's say it hurts. Oh, it's the back, it's the front, it's the side. Doesn't matter, okay? Doesn't matter. And I'm going to, even if you've had surgery on this in your post-surgery, get your doctor's approval and stuff like that, but you can help recover from your surgeries with this too. So let's say it's my knee. I'm going to start below my knee, and I'm going to wrap. I hold it with my one hand, and I pin it like that. Some of you had a hard time getting started, okay? Now I'm going to go up my knee, and I'm going to go half. See how I half it? What I don't want to do is this. I don't want to do that, because if the fluid will go out, and you don't want that. Nice nasty bruise. So you don't want to give the fluid anywhere to go but up. So that's where we start at the bottom and we roll up towards the heart. You go around the area. I started a little low, but you get my gist. Okay. So then there we go. So let's just pretend it's my knee, okay? So depending on your injury, right? Some people, if they're just stiff and they're going to go work out, they'll put this on their leg and do their squats and warm up, increase their mobility. You can sit here and you can basically lay in bed and do your leg kicks back and forth, right? Different motion. But basically, this is the motion you want to do for a minute or so, okay? You can stand on it. You can squat it, okay? All of that has the flossing effect, right? If you look up flossing your joint, you're going to see this. This is what, so you can find floss wrap, voodoo wrap. It's all there, okay? So you floss it. Then after you floss it, okay, everybody pretend, okay, you have your copaiba in this hand, put it on your hand, or 1 or 2 drops, okay? Just a side note, before I work out, to prevent knee injuries and stuff like that, if my knees are prone or a little grumpy, then I'll take a drop, 2 drops, or 3, and I put it 2 drops, put it on each knee. I rub it in. Then I want to keep my knees while I work out, and I take my Rehab, get this at Rep Fitness, okay? I can send you a link, and I just let them on. And then I go do my workout with these on. And then they get all sweaty, and they sometimes smell. You put them in your trunk of your car, and your car takes over the aroma. But this is what I do to, just since I'm here, to prevent further knee issues. When I work out, I wear these. So if you have a gimpy knee and you want to keep it warm, I like these knee sleeves. They're called knee sleeves. They're not knee pads, they're knee sleeves. And they're neoprene. And I brought you the unsweaty ones that aren't wet. Yes, question?
How long should you be wearing those?
These, as long as you want. They're a compression sleeve, but they're not going to shut you. It depends how tight they are. You can wear them whenever you want to. If you wanted to, if you needed to. But if you're going to sit and rest, take it off. Give you a chance. Okay, but they're compression, and they keep it warm. So I just wanted to share this with you. I thought, it's out there. So, okay. So we've got the copaiba on it. Okay. Now it's time for the lacrosse ball or the foam roller. Now, as far as lacrosse and your knee, right? I'm going to do the side towards you, Scott. Okay. You can put, lots of times, plantar fasciitis problems are calf problems. Knee problems can be calf problems or hamstring problems. So you can put a lacrosse ball, and again, look for it. If that doesn't hurt right there, that may not be the spot. But you all, when I hit you with that adjusting tool, I know where your spots are. So when you find the spot, okay, you're on it, then pin it and mash it back and forth, side to side, okay? Go around in circles if you want to. Just pin it and move it, right? And you're working out those adhesions, and you're reducing inflammation, increasing mobility. You can go all the way up to calf. And if you say, well, that doesn't hurt very bad, then simply cross your leg over on top of it. Add more pressure. Make sure you can breathe, right? So right now I'm on the ground, okay? And you go all the way up the calf, okay? All the way up the calf. Then you can go on the knee. You can go above the knee, okay, the leg. Now, if you wanted to, again, what if your pain's right here? Then you can always lay on your side, okay, and put it right here, okay, and just work it. Turn the TV on and work it, right, back and forth. When you have pain and you find it, like, oh, that's it right there. You're on the spot. Can you guys see okay? You're on the spot. And you can do above and below the spot, okay, and then do both sides. Does this make sense? Just find it. Find the pain. Everybody has different pain. Find it and mash it. If you want to see someone squirm, let me do this, Mrs. Arvey. And then you can always, when it gets really good at it, you can do this. So that's the lacrosse ball. Yes?
When you crossed your leg over, you said if it doesn't hurt yet.
If this, like let's say it's not too bad, and you want to add pressure to it, the weight of your leg on that intensifies it.
Is it supposed to hurt?
It's going to hurt. Yeah. If it doesn't hurt, then that area is fine. It doesn't need to work. You don't need to work it.
How much hurt is too much hurt?
As long as you can breathe. If you're like, I'll show you in a minute what that looks like, okay? If you're like, it's too much. Trust me, I've been there, right? So that's what lacrosse. Now, Now watch the foam roller. So you've got the foam roller, right? The proper foam roller, brought to you by Dr. Then you just roll it. Now, if that's not enough and you have the strength in your hands, then you can come up a little bit and put a little pressure on it. And just roll all the way up. And again, how much is enough? 10 pass-throughs. Don't get picky on me. You see how I cook. I use handfuls. I don't use measuring cups. So 10 pass-throughs is good enough, right? Pass-throughs, passes, yeah. And then you can do the knee. If you have a Baker's cyst, be careful. Then you do the hamstring, okay? And again, this may be hard on your wrist, so use a lacrosse ball, okay? You can do the back part. Then you can do the side part if you want to. Again, use your, again, depends on how nimble you are, right? Okay, and then you can get on above here, okay, and do the side. Can you all see me? You get the gist, right? And then you can do, I'm going to switch legs for the video camera. You can do the front. We just get your knee up here and do the top part here. Work it back and forth. Pin it, the pain, and move it. Like the old burn test, right? And do below the knee. Pin it in here, right? And just move it. You need some room on the floor to do this.
How about in the thigh area?
Yep, good question. If you have inner thigh, you can do that. But what works really good is lacrosse ball. You want to get some in here? Oh, yeah, let me tell you. Yeah, so lacrosse ball gets pinpoint, yep. You can lay on the lacrosse ball right here too. And just do this. So you'll know that when you do it, you'll be like, oh, now I know what he's talking about. So back and forth, up and down, pin and move. Oh, my word. Okay, and then do both sides. This thing is evil. You stick it, okay, so, and again, we're just doing knee right now. I'll get to the hip in a minute. But find the spot it hurts and start there. Start below it, then go above it, get on it, as long as you can breathe it, and just work it, okay? Sometimes you take the ball and just do this. Find the spot, pin it, and move it. And that's what I really mean by pin and move. You pin the pain down, and then you shake the skin around it, you move it, and that unlocks it. I'm going to show you on your wrist how you do the old, I call it Indian twist. Remember you tortured, but we do that. So then after that, for the knee, we got the power band. So you're going to pump the brake, and you're going to do the X side step, okay? Pump the brake, simply looks like this. I'm sorry. So and usually you're going to have shoes on. So we do this on the workouts on Saturday. So you have your band, your power band, you make an X, and you do 3 steps to the right, pick your feet up, 3 steps to the left. What you're doing is you're strengthening your lateral mobility, you're strengthening your glute muscles, because it's never just a knee problem. It's weakness below and above, and when you strengthen that, everything gets better, okay? So you do that each way 10 times. Then you're going to pump the brake. Those of you here on Saturdays, you know what this means. You're going to hold on to the band, and you're just going to pump the brake. You do it seated 10 times, or you can do it standing 10 times each leg. The sore knee and the good knee, or the other sore knee. Okay? So we've got power banded again, okay? And then you take your you take your gun, right? And again, you can take it here, and you can just sit 20, 30 seconds. Not like 4 hours over there. Just up and down, back and forth, up and down, just float it, right? Mash it, find the pain and go for it. Go above it and beneath it, okay? And again, at least once a day, twice, depends on how acute it is. If it's just before you go exercise, then do it before you exercise. This is great to warm up your body and then go for a walk, go for your workout, you'll be ready to go. And then we call that prehab rehab. You do it before your workout, and it has a prehab rehab, so you don't injure yourself while you're working out because you're all warm and ready to go.
Do you use that on your knees too?
You can just, okay, here. When you hit a bony area, it'll bounce. So wherever, see how it bounces? Like, so that's a bony area. You only will do it once, don't worry. But wherever the pain is, You want to like iron it out. You want to like you know, like a rolling dough on a cookie sheet, something like that, right? And find it, and go above and below it, right? Okay. What I like about this company is that they have an app you can download, and you hit whatever area you want to work, and it tells you how to use it and where to go with it. Yes.
Does that work for restless leg also?
Yes. Yep. Yep. Because healing's electric, so now we're going to take the tension off these legs. So yeah, restless leg syndrome. Yeah. Yep. All right. Remember, breathe, move both sides, pin and move. So let's all, if you want to put an ice pack on your knee, you can. If you want to put your knee in the bucket, you don't have to. But let's pretend we put Copaiba on our knee, right? And now grab your Jesus floss, your floss wrap, and start at the below the knee. Everybody put it on a knee. Whether you have knee pain or not, put it on a knee so you can figure out what's going on. Yes?
What's the difference between the red one and the black one?
The red one and the black one. The red one's a little thicker than the black one. The black one's a little shorter than the red one. That's the difference. You can put it over your pant leg if you want to. You can put it, so yeah. And it's easier if you have it in the ball than to unwind it. But yeah, so hook it and then pull it over and start wrapping it. So she has knee replacement. What do? Well, if it hurts, you can go back in and have them do it again. No. You can. That's why I tell you, don't put it on any tighter than you can breathe. It won't hurt you then.
I have a lot of swelling around.
Yeah. So start below it, roll up, and give it a little bit of motion. See if you can't get that swelling out of there. Yeah, right over. There you go. How are we doing there? Okay. There you go. See? Perfect. I like that. Walk around on it. Good deal.
Springy.
It's springy. Yep. So get a movement in there. Get her going. Yeah. Then once you try the floss, get your band out and do some X steps. Let me see you do that. Do some pump the brakes. See how you're doing there. Okay. Okay, how we doing? Yep, good. See how Yvonne's doing the nice X step? Good. Again, all this works on, this works on your balance, your proprioceptive, so your ability to fall goes down. Everything gets better when you start doing this stuff, folks. Yep, and then just step side to side. Side, go 3 steps to one side, or, yep, and then back the other way. Don't fall. Very good. Yep, perfect. Very good. See? Good. And then have a seat and try pump the brakes with each foot. You got it? Okay. Does everybody want to try this on their knees?
I do.
Okay. Very good. You got it? Don't fall over. Just try pumping the brakes. He said, can I put the wrap on and then go work out? No, because your leg will go numb. Usually you have to take the wrap off within 2 or 3 minutes because your leg's going numb on you or your foot's going numb on you. That's how you know you got it tight enough. Well, there you go. Is it? It's hurting or helping? Well, there you go. Testify. That's it. Good? Good. So Rita, Margie's saying that as she does this, her back pain's getting better. Go figure. Okay? Any questions with the knee? We're good on the knees? Good. Good? We good? Okay, so now we're going to go to hips. And if this looks familiar, guess what? Yeah. So you're getting adjusted, you're doing your home rehab, you're eating clean, you're drinking clean, everything's good. So now you got your stuff you need to do. So now we're going to put ice pack on the area that hurts. And again, everybody's hip's in a different place. Everybody's get along is in a different place. My get along's off. Oh, right here? Oh, no, right here. My get along's off. Oh, right here? No, it's over here. It's right here. So if you need to, ice it for 5 to 10 minutes. Or warm shower, warm bath, hot tub, loosen it up. You want to get the fluid going, okay? Where'd my water go? If it's an acute injury, after 72 hours, heat's appropriate. But it's got to be heat. I'm glad you asked that question. No heating pads. That makes it worse. Meaning that thing you plug into the wall that turns on, and you lay on it for 20 hours. It makes it worse because What happens is that when you don't heat up the whole body, basically when you put a heating pad on it, glad you guys asked these questions, it draws all the blood to that area. And it feels good while you're on it, but when you get off it, then it throbs and you actually burn yourself. So again, we want to decrease inflammation, not increase inflammation. So when you use a heating pad, A, it's electrical, so it's radiation into your body. 2, you're increasing inflammation, and it may be short-term gain, but long-term slows down the healing process because your body has more to deal with, okay? Microwave ones are fine because it's hot and then it cools off in time. I'm talking about people, none of you in this room, who put a heating pad in their bed and just simply lay on it all night. No. And don't say no. I know one in this room doesn't do that, but you do. So, so you put it in a microwave, you put it on it, and it cools off over time is fine. But a warm bath, hot tub, a shower, you're heating up the whole body, so you're getting the whole unit to circulate everything, and you're better off that way. Yes?
What about a heated mattress pad?
A heated mattress pad? Is it a heating blanket, though? Is it plugged into something? I wouldn't sleep on it.
Why?
Because it's electricity, it's radiation. Yeah, it dries out your body, and everything pulls to it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not for that. I'm not for that. Yes?
Friend of ours, I can verify what you just said about the heating pad you lay on.
Right.
Yeah, a friend of ours did it with the shoulder.
Uh-huh.
And he slept on it, and he's still suffering.
Yeah, he woke up and it was poof. Yeah.
It's been weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it increases, he got burnt and increases inflammation, yeah. Okay, so hip. Did we go over hip? Yeah, so floss wrap. So now, the hip is tricky. The hip is tricky on a floss wrap. This is why I wear shorts. Everybody's hip's different. So you ice it or you heat it, right, with water, or hot tub, right? So the hip, it depends on where yours hurts. So we want to go high on the thigh. Okay, you want to go high on the thigh. Pin it in there. Now, I was thinking that you could also, this isn't long enough, but you could go around the side. No, it's not long enough. So just go high on the thigh. This may not work for you when it comes to your hip pain, but try it. Because now you can go up and down. You can go in and out, right? You can try to squat. And it may depend on where your catch is in the hip, you know, or if you've had hip replacement surgery and you want to help get the fluid out, right? Some people are rolling over their grave, I say that, but go high on the hip. Same with the shoulders in a minute. You go high on the shoulder to try to get that to move, okay? So once you wear it, you squat, you move. The same principle for the foot and knees. That makes sense, right? You put it on there, you take it off. Now you got the foam roller, and it's gonna, or the lacrosse ball, right? And it's going to look real similar, depending on where your hip is hurting you. Some of you have got sciatic pain or back pain issues. It's really this area in your butt that's causing problems. Your glute medius, your glute maximus, your piriformis muscle. You just get on it and you just wiggle. And if it hurts your wrist, put it under the bed. Some of you can just lay on it, okay? You got me, Scott? Okay? So you put it here, okay, because your hip hurts, but you find the pain, ow, it hurts there. Now you can just bring your leg up, right? You can swing it back and forth. You can pin it and move it back and forth, up and down, right? And then when you find the right spot, you're like, oh, that's it right there. Again, minute or two. You don't got to mash it forever. Don't bruise yourself, okay? So I'm on the hip. I'm right on my butt. I'm just working it back and forth, okay? And pinning it all down. You can lay on your side and do the same thing. Find the spot, pin it. Okay, you get all that. I mean, that really hurts right there. Whew, that's a little too much for me. But then you control the hands. So you've got that. Any questions with the lacrosse ball? Find the place it hurts and make it hurt a little more. That's the key. Yes?
You can also use tennis ball.
You can. Sometimes it's a little too soft, but it's also a good place to start. Yeah, so you can use a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball. Or you can use this, which I'm going to switch to right now. Thank you, Sandy. So you get on this, and you can work, again, in the name of both sides, you sit on the middle of it, okay? Those of you who asked about your lower back, I'm getting to it right now. So you get on your hips and your bum, and you go back and forth, okay? Get out on your hamstrings, because again, we're going below and above the pain. If your hips are barking at you, this is why. Tight hamstrings can do it, right? Okay? Or if that's too much, put the lacrosse ball right here. Find the spot where the adhesion or where the owie is, and just run it back and forth. Because you can't support yourself with your wrists aren't strong enough, right? And do both sides. So now watch me here. So I'm on this. Watch me. I go basically to where my tailbone is, and I begin to wiggle. So what I'm doing is I'm pinning my sacrum, and I'm getting the skin to basically do this. Okay, does that make sense? I'm getting my skin to do this. This is what it feels like. Back and forth, back and forth. So I'm pinning my butt on this, and I'm going back and forth. And I want all of you to try this, because when you feel the blood release, you're like, oh, that feels good. So you're breaking up all the adhesions. So you go one area of your spine, and then back and forth. Then you go down your lower back, right here below the belt line, back and forth, SI joints. Go into SI joints right here. I'm just back and forth, just, back and forth. Just working it back and forth. Just getting the skin, loosey-goosey, back and forth.
So you don't go back and forth.
I'm going to next, yes. So I do this first. So if I lifted too much or my back's hurting me, I've done my wobbling, I'm getting adjusted, but I want to just work these muscles. See, I'm doing that, Jared, back and forth. Can you see that, Margie? Back and forth, back and forth. Then I'm going to roll. We good, it's got on sound. Then I'm going to roll. It's going to roll back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, okay? You can go thoracics, like you saw me with the dog sitting on me, I was doing this, right? If you know what that humpback, I'm going all the way up, right? Just foam rolling, okay? And sometimes if my neck is sore, I'll just lay here and just do this. If you got a migraine or you've been adjusted, but it's just tight, take the lacrosse ball, put it right here, okay? And just find it. Find it and pin it. Right here sometimes. Now, if it gives you a zinger in your ear, be careful. But that's how that works for hips, for lacrosse ball, for that as far as it. Now, if you can't get on the floor, you can get against the wall, put it right here like this, and do it that way. Okay? A little easier too. And you can work it, huh? What are you doing? Nothing, just rehab, And then you switch other sides and do both sides. Up and down, just work it around circles, okay? You can hold it here. Yeah, it's a hurt, but it's a good hurt, okay? Yeah. But if it's like, which I'll show you in a minute, that looks like we get to the shoulder. But so you can do this. And I guess you can do another body part too with that, but just find a spot, pinning it. So you can do against the wall, you can do on the floor. Some of you can, if you're in the bed, and it's like, oh, my leg, you stick it right there on that, and you lay on it for a while, it melts away, okay? Now, as far as the hips go, you got to pump the brakes, okay? I know what I just showed you that. So, if you come to our workouts, okay, everybody put the stuff down. Do this with me. Left leg first, okay? Everybody grab your left leg and pull it to your chest. This is the hip stretch. Do this every day. If you got hip pain, back pain, leg pain, sciatica. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cross your leg. Okay? Gently push your knee out. It shouldn't cause any knee pain, but it can also make the hip go, hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Now, that's the second one, stretch. Now we're going to take the knee and we're going to hug it to the shoulder. So we want to pull it just like this, up and over. Okay? I'll show you how to do it laying down. Just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you're feeling like, woo, there's pain in it, then you're doing it right. Don't get too twisty. Stay up, stay focused. Okay? Then you want to bring your knee back and pretend there's a $100 bill next to your right heel. You want to bend down and make sure no one steals it by looking at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? That's the stretch. Okay? Let's do the other leg. Pull your right knee up. You can do this in the middle of church, do this at work, do it. I wouldn't do it while you're driving, although I have, not on a motorcycle. Good. And then stretch here. Good. And if you're struggling with this, there's your sign. There's your sign. You're like, oh, I can't do this. Maybe that's why your hips and your back, your knees hurt, because you're not flexible enough mobility, right? Then, okay, grab a knee and hug. Some of you right here, this is worth the price of admission, just doing this stretch every day. Okay, good. And then bring it back out, look forward at a $100 bill, and stretch. Good. Now, you could, in the morning, the alarm goes off, before you get out of bed in the morning, right? Grab your knee, pull your chest. Then you could bring the other leg up and do this. Same stretch. Okay? While you're doing this, take your knee and press the hip out. Press the knee out. Okay? Straighten it out if you want to. Or just lay like this and do this. Then bring the knee up. You haven't even got out of bed yet and you're stretching, right? Okay, same thing. Bring the knee up, cross it over, stretch it out, bring the other leg up, reach in there, give it a good stretch. And if you say, oh, I can't do that, and my hips won't do that, maybe then we need to start working on that little by little by little by little by little. Don't hurt yourself, but little by little by little, because if you can't move it, then you lose it. Okay? But if you start moving it, motion is life. Okay? And so that's the stretches for that. And then the same exercise would be, like for the knees, again, make it simple. So when you're doing this, you're rehabbing your hips and you're rehabbing your knee. And if you got room, do 10 one way, do 10 the other way. Then you want to get really fancy, walk forward 10 times this way, then walk backwards. This is what I do before I work out. I didn't have time, but they make these really thin bands. They're like this big, and you put them around your knees. Sometimes you guys do this, I mean, you could take this. Here you go, watch this. This is all extra, okay? Because we have plenty of time left, okay? Put it around here like this, and go wide, and stretch it out. And then walk down the sidewalk like this, okay? What are you doing? I'm rehabbing, okay? So that's the hips. Then, okay, yes? I did not. I thought about it. I had not tried it. You could. You could. So what she's saying, and I thought about this, is what if you just took the flex band and you did it like this? I don't know. I only import what I export. So if you wrap this, but it's not very long. But I imagine, as I thought about it, could you do this? Sure you could. Again, there is no bad rule to this. So you wrap it around you and then you do your motion. I will tell you that when you put it around the high hip, you're going to probably get more of an effect than if you just wrap this around this. I looked on the internet. I didn't find a whole lot. They just said go high in the thigh. If not, get it with the lacrosse ball, get it with the exercises. And the stretching. The stretching really opens that up more than anything.
So does this everything effectively increase your circulation?
Yeah. It reduces pain, increases. So when you decrease inflammation, you increase circulation. Ooh, that rhymes. You got to rap. Wiki. Okay? And you can move the joint now more. And now it feels stronger when you're walking or when you're walking on it. Okay? All right. Any other hippie questions? Yes?
Oh, I just needed to know, what are some of the uses for those styrofoam rolls?
Same thing as this. This one's just cooler. Yeah. So that's the hip. Again, breathe, pin, and move. And so let's break up. Let's try, what are we going to try? You did the stretch, okay? If you want to floss wrap up high in the thigh, try that. If you want to sit on the ground or try the foam roller and the lacrosse ball, try that. If you want to, again, pump the brakes, X-step, try that. If you want to use the Theragun on you, go ahead and do that. I'll give you about 2 or 3 minutes, 5 minutes to do that, and then we'll get her going, okay? Are we good? Okay, very good.
See how it works.
Good. Did you try here? Pin it. Try getting on that and just try to shake your skin back and forth.
Like this?
Yeah, feel that in there?
That hurts.
Does it hurt too much, or does it feel like a good hurt?
I don't know.
Screw down a little bit on it. Get it right on your like your sacrum. There you go. Now wiggle back and forth.
Okay. Yeah, because that's where it hurts.
Feel that there?
Yeah.
Should feel like the skin's doing this.
So you want us to wiggle first back and forth?
Yeah, wiggle and get the skin loosey-goosey.
Okay.
Be careful. Yeah.
Oh, that feels good.
Does that feel good? Yeah. So use the foam roller. If the foam roller is too much, again, that's why you have the lacrosse ball. I will not rob you of your ability to initiate pain. I'll just you may use something different. There you go. Just watch that shelf. Don't knock yourself. Yes, question.
So I probably have to leave that all out of here about 12. If you only have one of those,
Yeah.
line that thing,
Yeah.
how do you pinch it down?
I'll show you. You just got to get good. Yeah. Okay. How we doing? We doing good? Yeah. Okay. Does anybody else need to use it on their hips at all? Let me just push past this on here. You're not okay. So we all feeling loosey-goosey so far? Good. Am I doing okay? Good? Okay, good. Now, shoulders. So now you got shoulder problems, okay? So we've got a frozen bag of peas or corn on the shoulder, or a warm shower on the shoulder, right? Floss wrap up high, lacrosse ball, okay. So now I'm going to introduce to you the PVC stick. Okay? PVC stick. Okay, so floss wrap goes high on the arm. How do you wrap yourself tight? You have somebody come help. Okay? You can wrap me. So you start high on the shoulder, start up here. Good.
Higher?
And you pin it. Okay? And you pull it over. This is where you'll need someone's help. Okay? You pull it over.
Always wrap toward the heart.
Towards the heart. Start at the bottom, work up towards the heart. Yep. Very good. Now, could you do this yourself? There's ways. Look on YouTube. There's a guy that does it. He uses a gym bar to, but.
If I can go in higher.
And hopefully you're really nice to your spouse. That's okay. Just go back. Just go over it again. So when you get to the top of it, and then just go over it. So just double up, where you just double back. That's okay. You're doing great. Isn't she cute? Okay, good. Just tuck it in then. So now I've got it on my shoulder. My arm's going numb. Good. So from here, again, I'm going to do the motion. Out, forward, right, circle inward, circle outward. That's what I want you to remember for the shoulder. We're going to see where you have the lacrosse ball. You go against the wall of the floor, back and forth 5 times, cross 5 times, circle 5 times, the other 5 times, right? Okay? Very good. Now when you're flossing, just floss the side that hurts. You don't have to floss the good side. You can stretch and exercise the good side and the bad side, okay? All right. So that was perfect because my arm was going numb. So you got the floss, right? So put it up high. We'll help you, right? Or your spouse can help you, your kids can help you. Have them watch the video, okay? So that's the floss. Then put copaiba on the area. Then you can do the lacrosse ball or foam roller. When you have the lacrosse ball, you're going to find the area where the pain is. If the pain's on that right here, then you put the ball right here and go back and forth. If you have the knife in your shoulder blade and I've still adjusted you, it's still there, then put it on that spot. And then get in here. Back and forth, up and down. Move it. Okay? Circle it. Find the spot and mash it. Do both sides if you want a nice free shoulder massage, right? But if you really want to have fun, then you're going to lay down, put it on the floor, get your shoulder on right where it is, lay on that, and you can move, but you can move this motion. This is really for the experts right here. Oh, yeah. You can breathe in back and forth. Again, you're just pinning it and moving it, right? You can get on the side. That'd be good, Scott? Yep. You put it on your side here, wherever it hurts, and just lay on it. back and forth. Okay, if you want to lay on your tummy, you can, or against the wall and do the front part here of your chest. Okay, same thing with the foam roller. You can lay on your side and roll it. Okay, or lay on your back and do both sides and then do the other side. Okay, that's how we get through the shoulder. Now, okay, team, hand everybody a stick, please. So, here's what we're going to do. Everybody stand up. When my dad said go get a stick, I knew I was in trouble. All right, give yourself some room. This is not a PVC pipe. This is now your shoulder rehab tool. Okay? Give yourself some space and some room. Now, we're going to go over where it says PVC stick, overhead, Bradford press, behind back rotation. So, give yourself some room. Don't knock your partner out. You can spread out. First thing we're going to do is just simply 5 pass-throughs. You want to take the stick. You want to just pass it around. And if you can't do that, there's your sign. Then come back around. Go wider. I mean, I can't even do this. I have to go wide. So go wide. And if not, only go as far as you can. Okay? So you've got that. So you do 5 to 10 pass-throughs. Okay? Then you do what's called a Bradford stretch, where you do 5 presses with the front, and then do 5 presses behind the neck. 3, 4, 5. Good. Now I'm going to throw a new one on you. Put the stick like this. Take a step back. Put your arms straight. And just bring your head down. And feel that in your shoulders when you do that. Now push the stick to the right and push the stick to the left and go back and forth. Isn't that nice? Yes. So that's a great shoulder stretch. You just get extended, back and forth. You feel the lats and everything open up. Very nice, very nice. Then don't do it then. Yes?
Okay, 2 questions. When you're doing the pass-throughs,
Uh-huh.
you need to keep your elbows straight?
Yes. But yes, because if you don't keep your elbows straight, but elbow straight works the best, okay? Now, well then just, yeah, I get you. I get you. Now, so that's behind the back. Now, this one, watch, guess what exercise Dr. Joe needs to do more of, okay? This one here, you bring the behind your back. This is for elbow and shoulder. You grab the bar with this, be careful, and you're going to pull down. Okay? If you can see Dr. Joe's face, he's not breathing very well. So you do that for a count, you can do it for a minute. Okay? And you want to stretch, this is also for the elbow and for the shoulder. Elbows high. Then you want to take and you want to pull up, and now you got the right shoulder you're working on. Feel it? One's for the left shoulder, elbow, now this is for the right. And depending on the time of day, Dr. Joe is not a happy camper when he does this. Wait till you see the other shoulder, okay? Now that's easy. Okay, you can't, okay. So you do that to pull, right? Now bring it down. Shake it out. Now take the other side. Okay. So this is now the right elbow, I'm stretching, and I'm pulling down. So I'm stretching. Hold it for a minute. And then I'm going to pull up. I almost shut off my brain. This really, really, really hurts me. And it feels like someone's stabbing me right there with a knife. Just saying. So this is what I need to do more of. Okay? If this is easy, pull like this. Okay. So you got up and down right side, up and down left side. Take this one now, watch this, and bring it like this. Everybody got it? And then reach underneath and rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, breathe. If you're like, then don't do it. Breathe. We got it? It's great for shoulder, frozen shoulder, shoulder rotation, elbows too. Okay? Other side. See, I'm not so bad here. That other one, mama. So I do this for myself. Okay, so that's your shoulder stretching, right? And then again, when you do the gun, where's the gun at? Right here. You guys are hiding the guns on me now, I know. I'm going to use this one here. Then when you have, what I like about this one, it has a longer arm so I can get in here and float up and down, painful area. You reach behind. Okay. That one, you bite your ear off if you're not careful. And just hit the area. Hit the shoulder. Okay. Both sides. Okay. Working it. And that's how you do that. Okay. Very good. Okay. For time purposes, let's go right into the elbow, okay? Just stand right where you are. You guys get the gist of it now, right? Okay. So, for elbow, you're going to put the bag of frozen peas or corn on. You're going to wrap the elbow. Now, how do you wrap the elbow? Okay? It's always better to have this wrapped up. So I'm going to use yours because yours is wrapped. It was wrapped. Again, where are you going to start? Talk me through this. I got a bad left elbow. What am I going to do first? Below it, right? So I'm going to wrap it here. And so what if you are by yourself? Then you're going to pin it like this. Once you get it pinned, it'll stay. That's why it's rubber. Because you did it, Jared, didn't you? Yeah. And then you go up. That's why if it's in the wrap, it's better. So then you're going to straighten your arm out. Did I say it takes some practice? Good. Where's my super friend at? Are we good on sound, Scott? Good. Okay, so she's going to wrap it up. Keep your arms straight. Make sure she's in a good mood. So yeah, it's okay. Don't smack yourself in the face. Sorry. Okay, perfect. I got it. So now you're going to move it, right? Breathe. Okay. And then you take it off. And refreshing, right? Okay. And then while it's on, I should have did this, but you're going to do everybody grab your arm, put the stick down. Grab your arm, rotate your thumb clockwise. Rotate your forearm counterclockwise with your hand. And work that, just like this, like you're kneading dough. Okay? And then go the other way, thumb counterclockwise. Again, carpal tunnel syndrome. I didn't say this for shin splints. Shin splints the same thing, but on your shin. You can do this motion. Remember how I told you to wiggle it? That's what I do for shin splints. Okay? So same thing. So just work this. I do this a lot on view. I just call this the Indian burn test. Sorry, I'm not being racist or anything. I'm over 50. I don't have filters. So, all right. So you're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, above the bicep, and just getting the blood pulling. This is the same concept when you're on the foam roller and you're wiggling, okay? So any twist. Now wrist flexion, okay? Everybody just pull their fingers back like this. That's for the elbow. Also for the wrist. Okay? Keep your arm straight. There you go. Now bring your hand down. Okay? Okay, do the other arm. Wrist down. You feel us pulling in the elbow and the wrist. Okay? Good. And then you can also, what do I have? So you have that. And then with the elbow again, I'll walk you through what we just did. We did this for the elbow. We do this for the elbow. We do this for the elbow. We did this for the elbow and the shoulder. Okay? And we did this for the elbow and the shoulder. They're attached if you haven't figured that out, okay? Good, okay? Then you have the power band. Now with the power band, this is what we're going to do, okay? Oh, I didn't get the power band for the shoulder, so let me hit those. I'm sorry, forgive me. Everybody grab a power band. Now for the shoulders and for the elbow, I want you to do band pull apart. So you're going to have on the band, you're going to pull it apart. And if it's too hard, then choke down on it, get on the end of it. And if that's too hard, then go just to a single strand. Okay? 10 times. Elbow straight. Okay? So that's the band pull apart. Okay, then put your right hand at 2 o'clock and your left hand at 8 o'clock. Do 10 of those. This is shoulder and elbow we're doing. Okay? Now, put your left hand at 10 o'clock and your right hand at 4 o'clock. And do that. That's the X pull. That's shoulder and elbow rehab we're doing right now, okay? Somehow I skipped it. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're doing shoulder rehab. Now, pull apart. Okay, now, so for the shoulder rehab, band pull apart, X, X. Okay? Now, let's get fancy. Everybody step on the band. Shoulder rehab, go up and out. If you have a red one, good luck. Up and out. Up and out. Now, if you can't do that, then go up and out without the band. Up and out without the band, okay? Both arms, up and out without the band, right? Like your pom-pom squat. Okay, and then if you can, then go to shoulders pull apart, X, X. Now let's switch to elbow. Band pull apart, X, X. Stand back in it, and do a curl. Okay? Got the elbow there? Working it? Uh-huh. Again, if it hurts, good. If you can't breathe, not good. Okay? If it hurts, yeah, good hurt. Can't breathe, no good. Okay? All right. Everybody have a seat. Very good. So that's the elbow. Last but not least, okay, is your wrist. So carpal tunnel, hand issues, all kinds of stuff, right? Okay? You might hang on to your stick. You're going to need it, okay? So hand and wrist, ice bath, floss wrap. Again, where am I going to floss wrap? At the fingers and then up the hand, right? Okay? I'm going to put copaiba on the area with the lacrosse ball. Again, does anybody have one wrapped up already? Throw me that black one right there, please. Thank you. Good. So with the hand, right, you basically are going to start here, and you're just going to, depend on where the pain is, right, work yourself up. Sorry. Work up above it, okay? If you want to tuck your thumb, you can, depending on where your pain is. Mostly, though, this is for wrist and forearm stuff, okay?
Will that help with some too?
Yes. You're pinching all of it off, okay? So then what you're going to do is you have it, and you're just going to back and forth, make circles, circles in, circles out, back and forth, same stretches, okay? Got all that? Okay. Then you can also do the Indian twisting, okay? If you're Native American, I'm not trying to be, that's what we called it, right? Indian burn, okay? So I could call it the China one. Okay. So so with this, now watch me. Let's say you're on the bed or the table. You got wrist, you got elbow issues. You can do this like I showed you. You can do this like I showed you. Or this one, where you're on the floor or you're on a table, okay? And you're just going to put pressure on your hands so you can breathe, right? Side to side, you can do circles. Then you're going to take your hands and you're going to go like this, okay? For some of you, and this is good for elbow too and wrist. Side to side, circles 5 times to the right, 5 times to the left. Then depending on your strength, you can go one hand here and put this wrist down and just stretch it. Don't hurt yourself, just stretch it. And then do the other hand and just stretch it, okay? Again, you're here, stretch. You're here, stretch. You're here, stretch. And that's just a good opening for all this in here as well, okay? Did you get your elbow today? Did you work on your elbow? Yeah? Okay. So that's the wrists. Now with your stick, you can do what's called twists. So you just have your stick in front of you, and you just go back and forth. Hitting the elbow, hitting the wrist, everything. Just don't hit your dog or your cat. Okay? Back and forth. Go easy. Don't get the momentum going. It can over-torque it. Just go easy. Okay? And again, then with your Theragun, basically, and when I'm done here, you can play with this stuff, okay? When you have your tool, your gun, you can go right on your hand here. Oh man, let me tell you, we'll put Jesse to sleep doing this. Go above it. Be careful on your tunnel of Guillain, your area here. And then up the arm here. Okay? Do both sides. And just work it. Above it or below it. What if I had carpal tunnel surgery? Then I would go my palm, then I'd go above it. Okay? All right. So again, pin, breathe, both, pin and move. Okay? So we've done our feet and ankle, we've done our knee, we've done our hips, we've done our shoulder, we've done our elbow, we've done our hands. Okay? Again, ice it, wrap it, oil, lacrosse ball, pin and move, stretch, strengthen. Okay, now rubber bands. Where's my rubber bands at? Okay. This is the most expensive rehab tool that you'll buy. Okay, team, can you help me hand these out, please? Okay. Make sure everybody gets one. I'll hand these out. There you go. Here you are. Don't say it. You guys can keep these, okay? All right. I know. So generative. And all you're going to do, don't fall on that. Workers' comp in here. I tell you what. Okay. Got it. There you go. Now, don't shoot your friends with this, but watch. I can even do this with both hands. Scott, are you ready? This is really spectacular. Put a rubber band on your fingers. And you're just going to open them up. Just do that. Do 10 or 20. And if that's easy, get a smaller rubber band. Like those broccoli ones or something like that, you know? But that's how you get the hand going. That's great. I mean, people pay a lot of money for hand rehab, and that's all you're going to do. Now, you can try squeezing a stress ball or squeezing your lacrosse ball and stuff like that, or your tennis ball, but just get that moving, and it cramps your hands up. Well, there's your sign. So get it moving, okay? So all that's working, okay? So rubber band, good. So I believe we've hit everything, okay? So I want to make sure I set you up to win. So let's wrap this up. Does anybody have any questions about what we've covered from ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow? You have enough to be dangerous and helpful, right? Okay, so now I have some gifts for you, and I want to share just real quick, wrap this up. So to set you up to win, we're going to email you, right, those who want it. Just let Heather know. the top 20 very unhealthy foods to avoid. If you want to make your joint pain go away forever, you've got to eat clean. So here's the 20 foods to avoid. The next thing I have, that's usually a $29 value. Then you have the top 22 toxins. Again, if you put metal flake or junk in your gas tank, the engine's not going to run right. Get off my party line. So if you were to go buy those recipes anywhere else, it would cost you $107. I also now want to add to it that if you have any questions, you get home and go, now what did he say? You can text me anytime. Text me. There's my cell phone number. You're not bothering me. Hey, what did that voodoo wrap thing do? What was that? How was that Copaiba? Hey, how do I get this? Where do I get that at? Text me. I'll send you a link. I'll help you. I'm your doctor. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days. You're not bothering me, okay? So ask me. I don't expect you to have this. I mean, I hope you did a good job, but you might get stuck. And then on Saturdays, at 8:30 when we're working out, if you want more exercises, more help on a joint or an area, or know how to work it out, if you can't walk, how to work out in a chair, then come on Saturdays at 8:30 and I will help you with that. That's where I have allotted time to go over that with you specifically, right? Denise, was your first time? Was it good? You rocked it, yeah. Who else was there today? Anybody else there today? Yeah, Craig was there, right? You know? And we walk it through you. And I watched you to make sure you could do everything. If not, we would move to, like if you had come, then I was going to have you do it sitting down and things like that, right? So that's where I can really give you private one-on-one stuff is when we're doing the workout, okay? That's Saturday at 8:30s. We also do fat burning, hormone balancing. They're really awesome workouts. And to pay a personal trainer, you're paying at least $50 an hour for that, okay? So far you're getting $456 worth of goodies from me, okay? Now, to even now set you up to win, okay, we're making the slides from today's seminar available to you. So where you saw the ankle, the knee, the hip, the shoulder, so we have that in a PDF and we can email that to you so you can just go, okay, what's the protocol, what's the protocol, what's the protocol? So we can email it to you, okay? It's these slides, right? Also, the lacrosse ball is $5, okay? The PVC stick is $5, and the power or red or yellow band is $10. So adding all that up, okay, is $675 worth of goodies so far. Now, as far as nutrition, what can you take to help shrink inflammation, get more motion, and make it stronger? First product is Daily Defense. I look at this as the alternative to Advil, Tylenol. It has turmeric in it. It has Indian gooseberry in it. And what it does is it helps promote healthy aging. It cleans up your arteries, glutathione production, shrinks inflammation. The bottom one, reduce pain. All you need is 1 or 2 a day for 60 days to make the pain go away for good. We add to that, if you're a woman, okay, this is not for you men, the multivitamin. This has a great effect on shrinking inflammation, supporting skin, hair, and nails, breast health, against germs. All these things that shrink inflammation, boost the heart, is going to help you feel better, move better, and be able to do more. So the multivitamin does a lot. 1 or 2 a day, 1 a day for 60 days. Men, didn't leave you out. We have the multivitamin. But again, it meets the needs. If you have joint pain, there's stuff in the multivitamin that helps shrink inflammation, helps increase mobility, and helps you move better. Okay? So we threw that in there for you. 1 or 2 a day. The Optimal Omega, the fish oil, again, has a great anti-inflammatory effect on your body, on your brain, on your heart. Men, male parts, women, hormone cycles, has a wonderful healing promotion effect on your body to help, again, get rid of the pain for good. We have a new product called Strength and Recovery. The taste is not the best. It says orange flavor. Yeah. So you can mix it with water. You can throw it in a smoothie, or you can mix it with what we call Fit Aid. This is Dr. Joe's approved monster drink, if you would. This is a great soda pop alternative. We call it Fit Aid. It's got a lemon lime flavor. I mixed this last night with the Strength and Recovery product that's orange flavored, but it's really good. Why? First of all, it's branched chain amino acids. It helps decrease delayed onset muscle soreness. So if you're going to go work out, you don't want to be sore, you can take this that evening or in a drink, and it helps. I mean, Jesse took it and says, I'm not even as sore as I used to be. Helps your muscles be strong. So again, we want to reduce inflammation, increase mobility, and get stronger. So if you're recovering from your rehab sessions and your workouts, this will definitely help you, okay? And again, it has a way to boost your immune system and helps you recover from the hip surgeries, recover from the knee surgeries by helping with the inflammation. So we love to add this product to your bundle. And again, the collagen protein, again, we all love that. Most of us have used that. That helps for healthy skin, healthy gut, and healthy joints. It feeds that. Again, all these products help you, instead of pounding methotrexate or Advil, Tylenol, or all the other cortisone shots, give yourself the food to shrink inflammation, to increase mobility and strength, okay? And then the last one, so we have a bundle, okay, the bundle. So now I've got over $871 worth of goodies for you. You have an option. The vitamin bundle, which is all of this, is only $196. You get the emails, you get the lacrosse ball, you get the stick, and you get the power band, your yellow or red power band. All of that, plus the vitamin pack for $196. If you want, if the foam roller and the power bands, the Jesus floss, and a Copaiba bottle is just an additional $100. So over $600 in savings, $296. Okay? We do have limited supplies. Yes, we're going to sell you the stuff you just used, okay? But that's what we gave at a discount. So that's where that's at. Now, when we're done, just go see Heather and tell her what you want, and she'll take care of that. If you're thinking about, I want one of these guns, then I would suggest, just for simplistic reasons and for stability, your Theragun is the one to pick. I do have a Hypervolt. It doesn't wear as long as the Theragun has been tested and proven. Now, this is the Porsche. This is the Tesla version. There's 3 other options. Most of you would do just fine what's called the G3. Some of you would do just fine with what's called the Live, and it comes with you can download the app, okay? This is what you get with the Pro. You get 2 batteries, you get a carry case, you get 6 different tips. That's the Pro. That's the one that doctors get, okay? This is the G3 one. It's got 4 tips, recharger, and a case. And again, that's more than fine too. The Live just has a bag to carry and a charger and 2 tips. The G3 Pro retails for $600, $599. Doctor version, right? Anytime you put doctor next to something, kicks it up $400. Doesn't matter what it is. That bucket, if I have to buy it and they know I'm a doctor, is $500, okay? Your G3 Pro is $399. I'm sorry, your G3 is $399. And that's basically what the Hypervolt is, okay? The Live is $249. So if you want one, here's the good news. Because you know me, you get a 10% discount if you wanted to get one. All you do is let me or let Heather know, and I will email you or text you a code that's good for 10 days. You simply click on it or go to the website, put in the code, and you can get 10% off your purchase, handle all that yourself, okay? That's separate. But some people wanted to use those and love it, okay? And you have that for your home use, okay? So, that's the goal. Now, real quick, the reason why I did this workshop today is I want to put an end to unnecessary suffering, right? And we did that, whether it was your ankle, your knee. Did you feel like you got something out of today? I know we went for 10 hours. I'm sorry, okay? This is my the first time through a workout or through a workshop, you know we're going to go over, right? So if there's anyone you know who wants to get started this week, okay? Exam, x-rays, 3 adjustments, and a time to go over your x-rays. Instead of paying the normal $499 price, it's just $99. Make an appointment with Grant and with Heather, and we'll set you up. Or someone in your family. If you're not ready for that, then if you know anybody who's living on an empty battery and they're hurting, then bring them on February 8th for a free adjustment. Just taste and see whether this is good or not. If they like it, then we'll offer them to come in for $99. So it's really, again, we want to help people get better, right? That's what we're all up to. So we're doing that. So again, February 8th, come in for one free adjustment. We'll love on you. We'll teach you. We'll have some wine. We'll have some chocolate. We were going to have wine today, but it's been, 4 hours? You guys have been all euchred by the time we've had wine for the last 4 hours, right? 2 hours. But that's coming up. So I'm going to hang out here. Feel free to try anything. We're going to kind of pack everything up and put it back together so that when you buy it and take it home, it looks nice and pretty. But if you have any questions, again, text me. Ask me on your next visit. We're going to have, when you come work out with us, we'll have these sticks to practice. But if there's no further questions, give yourself a hand for being here. Go see Diana and all her fancy oil and great oil stuff. She really is a blessing. She can teach you a lot. And then go see Eileen about non-toxic skincare, okay? Again, give yourself a hand for being here. Thank you very much.